Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup and I'm only going to be using products by brands that are independently owned indie brands. I can't wait. You guys may know I really do like indie brands. I do always feature eyeshadow palettes by indie brands, but I rarely do a full face of makeup. So I thought today is the day. So if that sounds good, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to my channel and also ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos. And do drop me a comment down below. Let me know, what is your favorite indie brand? Do you know any of these brands? Do you have any of these products? You guys know I'm always looking forward to hearing from you. And also please do check out my description box. I'm going to try and link all of the products down there. I'm also going to be including my discount and affiliate links. So thank you so much if you are using my links. You guys know that is always very, very much appreciated. So I would say without no further ado, let's put some makeup on this face. I'm not wearing anything. I'm just wearing my skincare. So I'm going to be clipping back my hair. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit and then we're going to be starting off with some primers. All right, you are zoomed in and I'm going to start off with a product that I'm always using to prep my skin before makeup, and it's actually also owned by an indie brand. I'm not going to be repeating myself, saying all the time like this brand is an indie brand. Like, we know every brand in this video is independently owned, but this one was actually, I was a little bit surprised. It's actually by DANESSA MYRICKS and this is the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. As you guys may be able to tell, I am almost out of this product. I love this. I use this every time I'm doing my makeup. This is fantastic, especially if you have oilier skin. I do have a little bit oilier skin. And I just love a good matte face. You know, I'm not somebody who's gonna like put on like a glowy primer. I always need my skin to just be matte. And I mean, not a flat matte, but just kind of like blurred, and I just need a little bit of oil control because otherwise everything is gonna turn glowy on me. And this serum, it's so nice. I mean, you probably have heard me talking about this a billion gazillion of times, but in case you have not, this is just keeping my oil at bay throughout the day. So I just like to apply this underneath my primer. And oh my gosh, you guys, the primer that I'm using today, I'm so obsessed with this. I think this is an amazing primer. I'm telling you, this is going to be in my best of video. I already like purchased a backup in case I'm running out of this. And this is by Dominique Cosmetics and this is the Cooling Blur Mattifying Primer. Look at how much I've used this. I mean, I'm using this all the time. I really love it. This actually reminds me of my beloved Hourglass Airbrush Vanish Primer. It's almost the exact same thing. It's so good as a base. It's really like smoothing out your skin. It's blurring and it's also oil controlling. Like, I love this. And I don't really hear many people talking about this, but this is amazing. They also have a hydrating version in case you have drier skin. It's fragrance free. It has this funky blue color. I mean, they are saying that it's cooling. To be honest with you, I don't think it's all that cooling. Let's just apply it on one side of my face first and you can see what this is doing. It's really gonna get rid of the shine and it's just such a lovely base. I really like it and it feels like a lovely gel, a little bit more like a cream gel. I'm telling you, it's so similar to the Hourglass one. And I have been raving about that Hourglass primer for so long, but it's so pricey. It's so pricey. Oh, so I'm so happy I found something that comes so close to it. I just got a little bit more for the chin. Oh, my skin feels so good with this on, like so soft. But it's really blurring, right? I mean, you can definitely see the difference. I love it. So let me get this onto the other side as well. So before we are moving on to the base products like the foundation, I do want to put something on my lips though. And you guys, I do love this lip oil so much. I mean, this was also in one of my best of videos. This is by Nomad Cosmetics and this is the Lip Candy Oil. Oh my gosh, I have this in so many shades. I've got 5 of them, 5. First off, I'm obsessed with this packaging. Nomad is an indie brand from Italy. And this formula is just amazing. I mean, the grape one, clearly my favorite one. And I also love this newer one, the coconut one. It's so yummy. And of course, watermelon. Oh, and you know, I just really love the flavors of them because they just have such a like fresh flavor to them. They don't taste artificial at all. They really just taste like a fresh watermelon, a fresh coconut. And I think I want to use the coconut today. I absolutely love coconut. Let's use this one. I mean, it's just clear. Most of them are clear apart from this cherry one. This has just a little bit more pigment, but not a lot. It's barely noticeable. I love the applicator. This shape is so nice because you can just roll it like that and it rotates. Just look at that. I think it's just perfect. And the shine. The shine is surreal. And the texture, it's not too thin. It's not like a runny lip oil, right? And the new flavors that they've added, amazing. Okay, so let's move on to the foundation that I want to use today. And honestly, I've never showed you this foundation. I had it for a while now. I need to use this again. And I'll have to update you at some point about the foundation. But this is by a UK-based indie brand. So this is by Bonnie Dollie Cosmetics. And it's the Bonnie Blur Foundation. Look at that packaging. Isn't that cute? It's really, really cute. It actually comes in a frosted glass bottle as well. And the only problem I have are the shades that I've got. I've got two shades. One is too light. The other one is way too yellow. I've got BB13 and I've got BB14, and none of them is pink enough in undertone because I do have a little bit more like cool toned skin, and I always prefer if a foundation has a little bit of pink in there. I'm just gonna shake these up a little bit because it's been a while since I tried this out once or twice and then I completely forgot about it. I can't even remember the texture. Apparently this is really thick. This is not runny and liquidy. Let me just do a little bit of a check. Do you know what? I think this might be okay in terms of depth, but this is orange. It's like yellow orange. You guys know if something is not gonna work, what am I gonna pull out? Of course. And funny enough, this is actually maybe the biggest indie brand. So this is by Huda Beauty and it's the Faux Filter Corrector. I've got mine in the shade Cherry Blossom. They recently came out with a lighter shade as well. And with new packaging, because this packaging is leaking. May I say that? It's like such a mess. So I really have to pick up new packaging here. But look at this corrector. Like they are saying that this is for the under eye, but believe me, I've saved so many foundations just by mixing this in with the foundation. I need to mix this in. Let me see now. I think this is maybe a little bit better now. Oh yeah, this is so much better. Like the thing is, there are not a lot of like indie brands that I personally own that have foundations. I bet you there are, but you know, this was the one that I was most excited about to try again because I used this once. And I don't remember if I liked it or not. I just remember that I did not love the shade. So now with the Huda Beauty corrector mixed in here, wow, this is actually beautiful, this foundation. Wow. It's so blurring and it's not shiny. It has more of that natural matte finish. Wow, and I did not use that much product. So I'm gonna apply it on one side of my face first so we can see the immediate difference. The foundation is stunning. So stunning. Wow, wow, wow. If you like a matte foundation that looks like your skin, that does not look cakey, I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. What on earth? I honestly did not have a recollection if I liked this or not, but I'm kind of blown away. This looks fantastic. Let's go on the other side with this. I mean, this is just getting rid of everything. Every discoloration, every spot, every redness on my face is just gonna cancel it. Wow. Can we build this up? I don't know if I need to, but I'm wondering. I think so. I mean, I poured out way too much product, you guys. Look at how much is still left. I was not aware of the level of coverage that this actually has. This has such decent coverage and it looks really pretty. Okay, mind you, I did mix in that Huda Beauty corrector, right? So, you know, it's not the exact original OG formula right now, but I am pleasantly surprised. Like, also this looks like a foundation that does not even need a lot of powder. I mean, of course I'm gonna powder this down, but this has such a beautiful blurring matte finish. What are you guys thinking? I really think it looks stunning for now. So let's see how this is gonna wear, how it's gonna look like at the end of my video. Okay, so I'm gonna be proceeding with a concealer. I really struggled to find an indie brand concealer. I struggled so much. So we're gonna have to use this one by the exact same brand that I just used. So this is by Huda Beauty and this is the Faux Filter Concealer. I have some concealers by indie brands, but I just really dislike the concealer. I am so picky with concealers, but this one I actually really like. I've got this in 2 shades. I'm not sure which shade I should use today. I think I'm gonna go in with Vanilla Swirl. This is 3.1B. I think that one. If it's too light, I've got a deeper one. Wow, that is kind of peachy, but I think it's gonna be fine. If not, we have to use the corrector a little bit. Should we do that? I'm just gonna do a little bit of my corrector one. I'm just gonna dot this a little bit over. Okay, I'm gonna let this marinate a little bit underneath my eyes and I'm just gonna proceed and I'm gonna apply my very favorite eye primer that also just acts like a concealer for my eyelids. I love this. This is by Sigma Beauty and this is their eyeshadow base primer. I've got this in the shade Persuade. Honestly, I feel like mine is almost empty. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. I'm not saying that I go through these like quickly because they last quite a while, but I have emptied so many of them. And I just like to blend this out with the warmth of my finger. Okay, so I think I'm gonna let this concealer sit a little bit longer and I'm gonna move on to contouring. And I pulled this contour stick out. I'm not going to be contouring my nose with this though, because I feel like on the nose the shade looks a little bit off. But this is by Issa Maya and it's the sculpting stick. I've got mine in the shade Birch. So what I like to do with this, I don't really love drawing this onto my face. I mean, you could definitely do that because this formula blends out like a dream. But I just prefer always just putting this on the back of my hand and then taking it onto a brush. Look at that shade. If you have a cool undertone, if you've got some pink in your skin, you would love this shade. And they have so many different shades. I'm just gonna be applying this right here where I've got my cheekbone. Oh, this is so beautiful. I honestly really, really like this formula. And although it's a little bit on the creamier side, you know, I feel like it definitely does adhere well to the skin. All right, so my contour is applied. Now we can actually blend the concealer out. And I actually really like to let this sit for a while, this Huda Beauty concealer, because I feel like when you do that, it's just creasing a little bit less. And I'm just using my sponge to blend it out. I mean, everything is kind of like creasing a little bit on my under eye because I've got like a fine line right here and it's quite a prominent line. Can't really do anything about it, right? But I feel like this concealer likes to just, sometimes it just creases on me because it's quite thin in texture, but I actually like this concealer. I think the concealer is pretty though. It's a really, really good formula nonetheless, but I just have to let this sit for a while. I like to use this brush. It's a BK Beauty 207 brush, and then I just run this right underneath my lash line, because I feel like I don't really grab that part with the sponge that well. I'm just gonna use some powder, and I've got quite a few powders by indie brands that I adore. I really feel like I want to do a second part of this video where I'm using everything that I wasn't able to use, because obviously I've just got one face and I can just use 1 or 2 products per category max, right? So for the powder, this is such a good one. This is actually by Luna Beauty, and it's the Luna Versal Setting Powder. This is such a beautiful powder. It's so finely milled, it's so blurring. Might not be the very best one when it comes to oil control, but it gets the job done most definitely. So I'm gonna be setting one side of my face first with the powder. Here is the powder. And for underneath my eyes, I've been using like a brush. It's a brush by Kaleidos. It's the Precision Highlighter brush. I don't know why, but this is working so well for underneath my eyes. All right, now I'm going to be using the powder puff for the rest of my face. It's such a good powder puff. I used way too much powder. Oh my god. Oh no. Well, that's fine. It's so finely milled. I just need to buff it away a little bit with a brush. That was way too much powder. Oh my goodness. It is so blurring. It sets my makeup so well. What a difference, right? This is just crazy. Now I can remove my clips. Let's move on to my eyebrows. But I'm going to be using the Sweet Beauty brow pencil. I've got mine in medium brown. And then in terms of eyebrow gels, I don't really have an indie brand. I really don't. But you guys may know I always use my Kosas Airbrow Gel in the shade Soft Brown. Now, Kosas used to be an indie brand. So I can't really say it's an indie brand, but they started off as an indie brand. So I'm just going to be doing this quickly off camera, and then I'll be right back. All right, my eyebrows are applied. Okay, so let's move on, and I'm just gonna apply a bronzer a little bit, and I think I can also use the bronzer to contour my nose with. So this is the Take Home the Bronze by The Balm. I had no idea that The Balm is actually an indie brand, but you guys know I love this bronzer so much. Oh, it's such a good one. So I'm just going to be applying this. I've got this in the shade, what shade is this? It's called Oliver. I love this formula, and honestly, it's also quite affordable. Honestly, The Balm has quite a lot of bronzers that I like. That nose contour is quite warm. It's been a while since I've done such a warm nose contour, to be honest with you. I might have to go in with my Kaleidos palette. Wait a second, I'm just gonna grab it quickly for the nose, because I feel like this is a little bit too warm. I mean, on my face, this bronzer is beautiful. It's definitely a bronzer, not necessarily a contouring product. So this is the Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio. I've got mine in the shade Light. I love this palette. So you have a bronzer, you've got a contour, and you have a little bit of a lightening powder right here. I love to use the shade in the middle to contour my nose with. And this is actually also a fantastic bronzer. It's such a good formula. I really like it, but yeah, I definitely do need to cool this down a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. And this is so much better. I am gonna hold back with applying my blush and my highlighter because I don't know what eyeshadow I'm gonna do. I really don't know. And how many times have I done the mistake to apply my blush and then regret it because my eyeshadow just did not match my cheeks, and then I had to cool down or warm up my cheeks again, and I'm just not in the mood today for that. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do my eyeshadow first. I'm gonna do it right now, and then we're gonna be doing the blush and the highlighter, and the rest we're gonna be doing that afterwards. So this eyeshadow palette that I want to use today. I have not touched this yet. And since it arrived, I'm burning to just use this. This is so beautiful. So this is by Nomad Cosmetics, and it's the Pacific Northwest eyeshadow palette. First off, I love the Pacific Northwest. I went to Oregon and to Seattle a couple of years ago, and man, Cannon Beach, the most magical place on earth. The Nomad Cosmetics is an indie brand, and they base most of their eyeshadow palettes around destinations, which I love. I love traveling. I really do. And this corner of the world is one of the most magical places on earth. I'm telling you, I traveled a lot, and this was just one of my favorite places to visit, and I really want to go back. I really want to go back. So this cover reminds me of the Fuji 5 Lakes eyeshadow palette. Is that the name? It's so beautiful. Like, it feels like an oil canvas painting. You know, it's really, really pretty. But this color story, oh my goodness, this is perfect for fall going into winter. It comes with 18 shades, and there is an equal ratio of mattes and stunning shimmers. The color story just combines these beautiful muted, subdued tones of blue, green, and some neutrals. I mean, I don't really know what I want to do today with this palette. The tones look stunning. There were so many possibilities. I feel like, I'm gonna do more short videos on this palette for sure. Rest assured, this is not the only look you're gonna be seeing today. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with Perfect Pinot, which is this beautiful red shade right here. It looks red, but I feel like maybe this is gonna be more of like that neutral brownish red. Let's see. I love their formula. Their mattes are usually such a delight to work with. So I'm gonna start, yeah, this is brown actually. It's more like a brownish red. All right, you guys, I really like this tone. Such a beautiful, almost like plummy brown, really stunning. I'm gonna go into the shade Foggy Forest now. It looks like more of that cool tone beige. And I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit with that shade. It's the shade right here, this one. That made the edges look gray. Ooh. Well, fair enough. It's not a biggie, but quite unexpected, because I thought it was more like a light, just new-tone beige. This looks interesting. Did not anticipate that, but that's fine. Happy accident. I'm gonna go in with the shade Sasquatch Sighting. I think this looks a little bit green in undertone, but I just want to deepen up my outer corners with this. Okay, this is looking really smoky. Now I do want to use like a really fun shade in my inner corner, and I think I'm gonna go in with the Towering Sea Stack. So this blue right here, I want to use that. I think that's gonna be a really pretty combination. This blue looks so diffused, and it just blends out like a dream, builds up like a dream. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do a brown waterline. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Creamy Coal eyeliner in the shade Very Brown. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna start with the shade Leaping Orcas, and I'm just gonna focus it on my outer corner of the lower lash line, and then I think I'm gonna blend it out with maybe the mid-tone blue, or the one that we just used, the Towering Sea Stacks. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with Leaping Orcas first. That is such a pretty blue shade. I really like it. I think I'm gonna go in with Columbia River George. This one. I think I'm gonna use that, and I'm just gonna blend it slightly over the shade that we just laid down. Okay, one last slight adjustment to this lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with this Bigfoot shade, and I'm just the one that we use to deepen up the outer corners of my upper lid, and I just want to slightly connect them. I'm done with the mattes. I'm gonna go and clean up my edges, and then I'll apply a little bit of a glitter glue. And then I've got to make a decision what shimmer to use. Oh my gosh, all of these shimmers look so pretty, so pretty. But I think I'm gonna go in with Coffee Paradise first. This shade looks like a silver with like a reddish purplish base and some silver greeny reflection. I mean, stunning. I'm gonna go in with this stunning shade. You guys, this shade is mesmerizing. When I look at this up close, this actually has a little bit of holographic shimmer to it. Like so many different shades. Like the reflection of this, oh my god. Oh, this is so beautiful. And it actually really matches the colors that I chose. Okay, and I think I'm gonna go in with, oh, Cannon Beach. Yeah, let's do Cannon Beach in my inner corner. This looks so fun. This looks so cool. Okay, I think for my lower lash line, I think I'm gonna go into the shade Salmon Run. This looks like this skin tone color right here, like salmon colored shimmer. I'm gonna use that and just put a little bit of that right here, just in my inner corner. I'm not gonna drag the shimmer all the way through. I'm just gonna keep it inwards, you know. I'm blown away. I mean, I knew I would most likely love this color story. I do prefer a little bit more of a cool tone color story, and I do like something that is a little bit more muted. But these tones, these shades, I mean, I'm literally blown away. The shade on my lids, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. The shimmer formula is so beautiful. Coffee Paradise. What a stunning palette. I can't wait to create more looks with this. So I'm gonna be using a mascara now. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna use this mascara. Of course I'm gonna use this. This is my Sweet Beauty Cloud Mascara. Look, you guys, this is the best mascara I've ever tried. I don't know how many of those I've already emptied, but I cannot live without this mascara anymore. And Sweet Beauty is also an indie brand. And again, I've got a code with them, 20% off. It's always in my description box. I'm not gonna bore you with the application. You have seen me apply this 1,000 times, so I'm just gonna do that quickly off camera. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna be putting something on my cheeks. All right, I am back. I mean, needless to say, this mascara is everything. Just look at that. I love it. So let's continue with the blush. This is actually by Cosmic Beauty, and it's the Blush Butter. I don't know the shade. They forgot to put the shade on it, but it is from their Sinister mystery box. I think you can buy these separately. It's this shade. So I'm just gonna tap this on. I really like these Cosmic Beauty blushes because they are so blurring, really long lasting. Honestly, also great on top of powder. Maybe I'm just gonna like buff my powder brush over it just slightly. This blush is stunning. I'm just gonna use just a little bit of the powder and just slightly set it. I mean, it's a cream blush, right? And could get oily potentially on my skin, although I put it on top of powder, but still, it's a cream. But wow, I like the shade. So let's move on to the highlighter. I pulled this one out. It's by What's Up Beauty and it's the Serengeti highlighter. I've got mine in the shade Wild Acacia. This, first off, packaging. Like, is so beautiful, right? When you open this up, just look at that. That embossing, and this is one of these beautiful highlighters that don't have glitter particles, right? That just gives you like a glow from within. It is quite beaming. I like to mix these two shades. I just like to fluff my brush like this and then just go on to the tip of my nose. But look at that reflection. It's perfection. This highlighter, it's one of my favorite formulas ever. And What's Up Beauty, my God, they came out with quite a lot of like face products, complexion products, but their highlighter until this day is my favorite one. They also have a bronzer that I like, and they've got some blushes. The blushes are a little bit too glowy for my liking. Yeah, they came out with quite a lot of products, but not a lot of eyeshadow palettes this year. Honestly, none. So I'm just a little bit like, I want some eyeshadow palettes again. I love their eyeshadow palette formula. Their Dragon Eye eyeshadow palette is one of my favorite ones. Okay, so next step, my lips. We're already at the last step. Are we? I forgot the setting spray. I forgot the setting spray. Usually I do my setting spray right before I do my mascara. You know what? Let's do the setting spray just now. I'm going to try not to ruin the mascara. I think it's fine. The Cloud Mascara is pretty water resistant as well. So as a setting spray, I pulled out this new one because I love this. I've been using this so much. This is by DANESSA MYRICKS and it's the Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. You guys, this is so good. I'm gonna give it a shake. If you want a matte setting spray and if you want something that really prolongs the wear time of your makeup. By the way, also, may I just say, this foundation still looks amazing. I'm impressed. So let's set this. The sprayer on this is so good. I just need to use my fan. My setting spray has dried down. I really like this setting spray. This is seriously doing something. So let's move on to the last step. Let's move on to my lips. Honestly, I've not tried out this lip liner yet. This has just arrived. So this is actually by Cinch Beauty and it's the Evocative Lip Liner. Now listen, you guys. I picked these up recently. Cinch Beauty is Angelica Nique's brand. I picked up two shades, Witty Walnut and Ambitious Ash. So I gotta swatch them. I also have no idea about the formula. I mean, they just arrived. I mean, of course, I went for the cool tones. I want to say this would definitely match my eye look so well. Wow, this is the Witty Walnut. My lip oil, almost gone, but still there. So I'm gonna get rid of it and then just apply this Witty Walnut lip liner, and then I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the formula, what I'm thinking about it. First impressions, right? Because I don't know about the wear time of this yet. This Witty Walnut shade has a little bit of like a muted purple tone. I really like it. I've got to admit though, maybe it's just my lips, maybe it's just like the way I do my lip liner. The shape of this, it was just a little bit like I had to be really careful not to mess this up. But I like the formula. In the beginning, I seriously thought that these were too stiff. When I swatched them, I was like, they feel really stiff, but they're not. They're actually a little bit creamier than stiff, which I prefer. I do love a good creamy lip liner, not too creamy. I definitely liked something that glides on easily. I think I just need to sharpen this, you know. I think it was just the way that this was sharpened. Look, because on one side, there is barely any product, and then the other side, yeah, so I just gotta sharpen this a little bit more evenly. You guys, I had such a struggle to pick a lipstick because I've got so many indie lipsticks. At the end of the day, I pulled out one of my favorite lipsticks of all time, and this is by Mob Beauty, and this is their matte lipstick. This is the shade M102. It's one of my most worn lipsticks that I've got in my massive lipstick collection. I have so many lipsticks, and I'm telling you, this is one that always works for me. It's like this beautiful, cool toned beigey taupe. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. It's so good. They also have cream lipsticks. I also have some of their cream formulas, but their matte formula, oh my gosh, so pigmented, feels so comfortable on the lips, actually lasts a very long time. It's not going to be drying on the lips. It's so good. And the shade, look at that. I love this. This is so amazing. I'm going to apply this. I think it's going to work also really well with this lip liner. I'm always blotting off the excess slightly. I mean, you gotta love a cool toned brown lip, like, to appreciate this. All right, you guys, I'm done. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out and we can talk a little bit. All right, you guys, here is my finished look. What are we thinking? I absolutely love this eye look. This eye look is mesmerizing. And the rest of my makeup, I've got to admit, this foundation, wow, still holding up. I did not repowder this, just when I powdered the cream blush. Otherwise, I did not touch this. This is really, 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 really good. But yeah, let me know. Do you guys like this look as much as I do? Have you tried out any of those products that I featured in today's video? I am always looking forward to hearing from you, so just drop me a comment down below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe to my channel in case you have not yet, and also ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos. And yeah, I shall be seeing you on here very, very soon with the next one. So please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.